Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So dear Dhamma friends, when it comes to our life, there are two ways that we divide our life to two parts. One is conventional life and other one eternal life. So the conventional life means we in day-to-day life, in this very existence, we maintain our life with our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and its receptions with the environment. The eternal life means the beyond our death, after we die, or even and your the existence beyond the mind. So, but the thing is, if you become according to the very nature and the condition of the conventional life, your eternal life is going to change. One time Buddha mentioned, idhanandati pechanandati. So that if you become happy, comfortable in this very moment, and then your next moment going to become comfortable, and it going to depend on this situation. And ida tappati peccha tappati. In this very moment, if you become unhappy, sad, worry, and the next moment also going to define and the form according to this situation. So then always you have to remember more than the past in this very present moment. Why? Because the condition of your mind, your awareness, your understanding can mold, create the very next moment. So then be aware, rather than thinking about something, be aware in this very moment how you can maintain a very good, comfortable, clear, the higher level of awareness or the consciousness. When it comes to that, there is something we have to deal with. It called attitude. So the attitude itself is the very conventional meaning is settling the way you think. There are certain kind of the ideas, thoughts regarding something or somebody or some situation, and according to that ideas, you settle down. You become like that. You hold it to that. And then your bodily, verbally, and mentally action, you hold into the way you think. And then it becomes your attitude. And sometimes when it comes to with the other people, sometimes other people say, I don't like that attitude. That person put some attitude on me. And when the other person not clearly connect with you, when there is a disconnection, and that when there is no clarity in between the communication or even with the people behavior. Why? If one person think the way that he want and another person think the way that, so then the way that another different. So when that thinking patterns and the behavior change, difference, and sometimes some people don't like it. So that is attitude. And that mainly have a relationship with the emotions. So the attitude itself means the way you think, and when you keep hold it to that, it become your life. And then itself, some people used to be comfortable with that, and it arises with the kind of like feelings, and then it become emotions, and the emotion itself is your thoughts pattern is the energy, and it hold you the journey, energy in motion, and it become your emotions, and it become your life. And then out of that, whatever the bodily, verbally, or mentally action come, and then you go with it. But the thing is, more than regarding other people, we have to focus towards ourselves, what kind of attitude that we carry regarding ourselves. That is the important thing. Maybe some other people don't like. Of course, you don't need any validation from another person. But how about you? So what kind of attitude you put on you? What kind of ideas you carry regarding on you? Why you do certain things for yourself? And even though in the eternal level, in the vipassana level, there is no self. When you come out of this, there is no self. You become more deeper level of, you build up a relationship with the reality. And you come out of this, all the attitude and all the emotions patterns. And you start to have a very clear mindset even when you don't have the self-centered mind or the ego. But even if you have it, how you can transform it to more profitable way. So that is what we have to do in the conventional life before we attain to enlightenment. In this very conventional life, as ordinary people, so how we can develop our own thought patterns not to make us to harm or not to make us to unprofitable our own thoughts, how we can develop a pattern or understanding or awareness to use our own thoughts or the own self-view or the ideas to make it more profitable to ourselves. So then the very first thing is the way you think doesn't work for life. That's the very first thing you have to understand. The way we think doesn't work in life. So you know that. When you look at your own life, if you can reverse the 10 years back, or if you more like to go to the 20 years back or 30 years back, and just look yourself. The way you think doesn't work in life. So why it happened? Why it like that? Because when we hold it to that, that's why that our attitude, when we have attitude regarding ourselves, when maybe it is good or bad, it doesn't matter. When we have it, we become more comfortable with that and we go with it and we don't see anything anymore. And so then what it work? So then you have to have an idea to lift you, always not to settle down with as ordinary person. Lift your lifestyle little bit better. So it called aptitude. Aptitude mean you lifting to so ability to do something yourself. You not to hold it to your attitude. Aptitude means you get out of your comfort zone and start to do something. When you're doing that way, there is something else happen. It called altitude. Altitude means that in an ordinary way we say that to measure the height from the sea level. And in a conscious way that you develop, you become more higher person. And when you become more higher regarding yourself, the what you can see become more larger. You can see through the larger scale. So the larger landscape you can get when you go to higher. So the same thing happening with the mentally also. When you develop altitude to do something better, and it uplift your altitude. So altitude is when you go higher, 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 you able to see things very clearly. But when you have an attitude, you cannot do this. So then what you have to do, you have to break down your attitude and develop altitude. APTLITUDE, altitude, LP, aptitude. So when you develop that aptitude, you become a person day by day with your bodily, verbally, mentally action, always trying to do something, new things, and you not hold it to your thought pattern. You break down your attitude. Then every day you become a new person. That is where that it related with the consciousness or the meditation, because every day you refresh your mind. Every day you become a new person. So the attitude make you kind of like every day the same person. So then when you develop the aptitude, and little by little your altitude become higher, you start to experience something better, experience something better, experience something better. So then remember to work yourself with these 3 words, and don't get into attitude regarding yourself, and come out of it. How you can come out of and have a aptitude. So the aptitude means you start to do something, that you get ability to do certain things, and it develop your self-confidence, and it then as a result you gain altitude and you go higher, higher, higher. So for that I'll give a little story. In 1915, that American Railroad Company, and this story related with that. There was a person called Dave Anderson, and he was just the worker. And then one time he had to fix the railroad in somewhere. So he, with his people, with his crew, he went to and do the work. And in the very hot weather, and doing hard work. So then suddenly there was a train came and stepped by close to them. And in that train, there was the well AC, very comfortable, one railway car. So from there, the door opened, and then one person put his head out and called, "Hey, Dave, Dave." And this Dave Anderson and look and then say, "Hey, Jim, are you the Jim?" Then the from inside they call, "Yes, yes, come in, come in." So then all other workers and watching this Dave ran to this railway car and jump into it, and inside that they had the discussion, and everybody was wonder, who is this? So then after like 1 hour, they had the chat, and then the Dave came back and start to work. And then the train went away. Then everybody asked, "Hey Dave, who is that?" Then Dave Anderson told, "Why you didn't recognize? It is Jim Murphy." So the Jim Murphy is the chairman for American Railroad. And then everybody was shocked. So you are just a worker like us. How you know this Jim Murphy? So then this Dave Anderson told very nice story about his past, and it is very important for you to understand. Though the Jim Murphy, the Dave Anderson told 20 years back, me and Jim came to this railroad company at the same day. We start work the same day. So our salary was per hour $1.75. So I used to focus myself $1.75 an hour salary. But the Jim Murphy used to focus about entire railroad company. And today, because of his aptitude, he became the chairman. I'm just still working and gain 1 hour salary. So the same thing happened to us. Look yourself, why you go with the same thing? Why you not get into different level? Why you consciously not uplifting your altitude? Because you don't develop any aptitude. You have an attitude regarding you. So that's why this all the misery go through yourself. So it is time to change yourself and look yourself inside. You no need to suffer like this. Suffering is not a worldly nature. The suffering is a condition, it is our choice. The worldliness has nothing to do with the suffering. That the people around us, nothing to do with our suffering. Our suffering deeply come out of our own choice. Our suffering, even you go to the heaven, you go to another planet, you're going to live with the aliens. You're going to be like this, the same kind of problems you're going to have there also. Why? It because your attitude. So then start to develop aptitude. Be a person to do something every day. Don't repeat your life. Start to look around you. And you can do it. And have a very, very fresh, clear mind. Don't cook the same thing every day. Don't eat the same thing every day. And develop certain moderation in your life. Don't keep talking the same thing every day. Don't have the same routine every day. As you know, our body, that's everything accumulate. Once it become habit, it develop a huge current. That current can overtake your consciousness, awareness, life, your family, your children, everything. It can wash everything away, your habit. So then, aptitude, develop some ability to do something new. And it will uplift your altitude, and then from this level, you change to that level. You don't see this anymore. You don't feel this anymore. So don't stuck with yourself. And always remember, don't be Dave Anderson and try to be like Jim Murphy. And always go for higher until you hit the highest. That is mean ultimate bliss of Nibbana. Don't stop the journey, that you keep going. Keep that kind of attitude in you rather than with this unnecessary, unprofitable attitude that you hold it to yourself. So that is the best you can do to yourself. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavattantarayo sukhi dīgāyuko bhava. Ittavata ca ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you. Thank you very much, everyone.